some of the same organizers now going back into these communities to try to clean up in the aftermath of a handful of protesters, a handful of criminals and thugs who tore up the place.
Too many people have spent generations building up this city for it to be destroyed by thugs.
Wow, you heard them say it, the president and the mayor of Baltimore calling the rioters thugs. Now they're under fire. While the Baltimore mayor, Stephanie Rawlings-Blake, is walking back her comments, the president stands by his. So when did the word thug become racist? Is it? Radio talk show host Larry Elder joins in. Larry, who you side with, the president or the mayor, who apologized for saying it?
Morning, Brian. I guess my mom and my dad are racist, too, because they used to use that word for people that they believe were engaging in bad behavior. I remember Tupac Shakur, if I'm not mistaken, had it tattooed across his chest, thug life. So I guess Obama is also racist. What word should we use, Brian? How about aggrieved? How about peeved? How about irked? What euphemism do they want us to use?
Well, I mean, the thing is, you know, I'm willing to be educated if, as a white guy, I'm saying something that offends the black community. But this word has been used for, as far as I know, for all different types of people. It's the behavior, not the color of somebody's skin.
That's right. Obama has used it for non-black people. I didn't realize the word thug was a racial term. I thought it was a term that meant people that behave in a criminal way, people that behave in inexcusable ways, and we use that term to denounce them, as we should.
All right. So we're looking at a situation in Baltimore which has spread to other major cities. The big one last night was Philadelphia. But we're watching in Baltimore, you have a African-American mayor, you have a prosecutor who's black, you have a congressman who's very well respected around the country, Elijah Cummings, who is black. You have a black police chief. So why is it that the black community still doesn't seem to trust government?
And you have a black female attorney general who's launched the 4th investigation, and of course a black president of the United States. Yeah. The reason is because so many people have been indoctrinated with the idea that the man is out to get you, the system is racist, and therefore don't trust anybody. And the irony is Democrats do this for votes. You have people like Debbie Wasserman Schultz saying that the Republicans want to drag us back to the Jim Crow era. You have people like Claire McCaskill, who ran the first time for Senate in Missouri and said George W. Bush let people die on rooftops during Hurricane Katrina because they were poor and they were black. And so don't be surprised when some small number of people believe this nonsense and take to the streets because they don't trust anybody.
I just worry about the next step in justice. If those 6 cops are wrong, I hope they pay the price. But if they're not, I'm wondering if they're still going to have to pay the price.
They will. Baltimore is what happens, Brian, at the intersection of the grievance culture and the welfare state. What we've done is incentivize women to marry the government. We have a bunch of boys that are running around without fathers. And Obama said this, I didn't, that there is a 20 times greater chance of going to jail if you are raised without a father. The real issue is, why don't people have the proper kind of values so that we don't take to the streets when things go wrong like this? And that is because we have so many people raised without the right kind of values. This is the welfare state, Brian.
Yeah, and I guess we're going to be continuing to talk about this, Larry, and you're going to do that on radio as well. Larry Elder, thanks so much for joining us this morning.
My pleasure.